Yeah, good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. How you doing? How you doing, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about candlestick, anatomy of candlestick. Um, I'll not be talking about the whole candlestick, which you all know, whereby you know how to trade, bullish, engulf, Marabozo, um, and so many other candlesticks that you know. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the foundation basis of understanding price. Now, um, I'm going to be very direct about this. If you don't know this, you can't understand how price move in the market. You have to understand how the candle are being formed, what are the excesses and the importance of creating a candle and printing of candle on the chart. And you need to understand what can happen, be able to presume and preempt what will happen next in the what market. So I will not be talking about the concept of candle, different kind of candle. What we'll be discussing majorly today will be about the open, high, low, close, which is you all know as the OHLC. OHLC. So now in a candle, we all know that is as the topic implies anatomy of candle as the topic implies anatomy of candle. We all know that a candle always have a skeletal system. Now in a candle there has to be four features in the candle, which has to consist of what? The wick, the body, the high, and the low. So the wick, the body, the high, the low, the open, and the close. Those are the skeletal system and the features of a candle. Now, in a scenario whereby we are bullish or a bullish candle is printing on the charts. Now, the whole bullish candle is representing what? An economic factor of a country. um, it's representing the macro what representation of what is going on in a particular economy. It's representing the decisions which are being made by the central banks, by the uh, different bank all over the world, decisions that are being made that affect price, that affect smart money, that affect even the economy of a nation. Now, in this anatomy of candle, you need to really understand how a candle is being formed. That is majorly what I'm going to be teaching you about. Now, in this bullish scenario, now we understand that a candle consists of a wick and a body. But how does a candle form? Now, what you are seeing on the chart is not just a candle, you are seeing price, which is a representation or interpretation of what is going on in an economy. Now, what does price does? In a bullish scenario, there will always be what? An opening, which is what the whole represents, an opening price. Now, when price open and wants to go bullish, there will always be a manipulation to create a low. Now, when the law has been created, maybe on the weekly or the daily, on the 4 hours of the weekly, on the 1 hour, on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 minute, this is how this candle are being projected what to move by creating an opening price of such a candle, manipulating to create a low, and creating what the bullish move, the expansion that creates the body to create the eye of the candle and later come back to the low closing price. So pardon me. It's closed at a closing price. Now this is like the skeletal system of a what of a bullish candle. Now look at this. This is a representation of a skeletal system of a bullish candle. price opened at this price as at 1.14441 and what created a low at 1.13013, then created the expansion and the bullish move to create the high of the candle, then close downward. So also is also for the bearish candle. The bearish candle always open a skeletal system like this, create the high of the back candle, then comes down to create the low before closing of that candle before price have been closed for that particular candle. Now this usually happen on a weekly basis and a daily basis. Now the reason for this candle is for us to understand how a manipulation occurs in a particular candle where we see a particular week, maybe a long week, and you can find some candles that will just have a little body like this, and will have a particular set of wick that will be long. Now it's said that this kind of candle has an opening price here, then manipulate to create the high of the what candle. It manipulates the high and creates the high of the candle, then price move downward to create what the major move, which is to sell, so price creates the down move, which is to sell. So after selling, it creates what the low of the candle here. So it's paramount for it to create a low. That is, every candle on every time frame will create a low, then before creating a closing price for what that particular candle. And now this can be a candle on the weekly, can be a candle on the daily, it can be a candle on 4 hours, it can be a candle on the monthly. So, and you know that all these candles are a formation of what different time frames. So this candle can be a candle on the monthly or weekly or daily, and they form the same what their transition and their formation are the same. Now let's look at the bearish part of this candle. Now price is set to what open what high here. So when we have our opening price, if we are set to go on a bullish scenario and we're looking for a bearish candle to print, it create an opening price, manipulate to create its high, which I said here, then what move all downward to create the low, and by closing what like this, giving us a closing price. We can also interpret this on the chart. On the chart. I think we need to go to our charts, and let me go to the weekly time frame. Yeah, let's use the weekly. Now let's use the present this present candle. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So we have to use this present candle here on the weekly. Now this is a bullish candle. Now let's see how we can do this practically and see how price move during the week on the weekly. So let's choose this candle here, this last week candle that is between May 29, starting from May 29. Now This is my opening. Now, price set to have opened here. Price set to have opened here. So we have our opening price around this place. So if you look at and there are always illustration on the chart. Yeah, now if I put my if you could see this place, we see the open, high, low, close. Now look at this. If I put my indicate my mouse or my cursor on this weekly candle, we see that our opening price, which is here, is 1.23350. Now our opening price is 1.23350. 1.23350. Yeah, 3350, which we all know. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, sorry. This is a bullish candle. I forgot to tell you that we're in a bullish scenario. Our opening price is 1.23350. So this is our opening price. Wow, where's our opening price? Yeah. Now we created the low. Now look at the low here. Let me use this. The low of the week here. Now I'm trying to allow you guys to see it clearly. The low of the week here. Yeah, and we know that the low is 1.23267. 1.23267. Yeah, which is correct. So this is the low of the week. The low of the week was created at 1.23267. So the low of the week. There's the low of the week. Sorry. Low of the week was being created here. Now, then we had the bullish move. We had this bullish move to create the high of the week. So, wow. We need to Sorry about that. My system went off. So now the high of the week, let's say this the high of the week was after this bullish expansion has been made. The high of the week was what created the high of the week. High of the week. The high of the week was created. And then price came all the way down. So the high of the week was created at 1.25546. Now price closed at 1.24471. Now that is, look at where price closed. Look at this. That's where price closed. So 1 point. So that's a closing price. That's a closing price. So closing price for the week. So that's the way price what this the way price prints every week and on different time frame. So it's 1.24471. 1.24471. So that's the close of the week. So the closing price for the week. Now we can transpose this to different time frame. Transpose it to what happened on during the week. We can transpose this to what happened during the week. Now let me go to daily. Yeah, let me go to daily. Okay, let me go to daily. Yeah, this is my daily. So we saw our price moved from this place. We had okay, so that we can understand what price did here. Wow, wow, wow. I would have loved to explain a lot here. Now, when price opened, this was when price opened. Okay, I think I'll go back to 1 hour to explain fully to us what really happened here. Yeah, this was last week Friday, last week Thursday, where what price broke structure on what on the pound USD, the GDP USD. We had the market structure shift. Yeah. So after this market structure shift, we saw a return to what other block here. This is a institutional reference point. All these I'll be teaching it in the lesson later, whereby I will teach you guys about institutional or order flow, institutional reference points, institutional entry drill. Those are those things I'm going to teach you. So we saw price took out this low. After taking out this low, this was this low that was responsible for this taking out this low, this candle on higher time frame, which is on 4 hours, will be the one responsible. Yeah, look at that, this candle, single candle. So this is our the single candle that took out that low. And if we go back to our 1 hour, price did what? Price went up, shifted structure. We had the market structure shift here, and price came back to this place. But before that, there was already an accumulation movie going on here. Price came here, couldn't go up, couldn't break up, couldn't go down. Then price did this. We had the failure swing. Yeah. Price was supposed to push price. Market was supposed to push price downward, yeah, but couldn't. So we had a failure swing there, a failure swing, a failure swing. So which also might, if we check our DXY, that is our dollar index, might be as part of what price a will have a smart money divergence that were forecalled here. But when we saw this, price reaccumulated, couldn't break above, went couldn't break below, then reaccumulated, then what? We had a market structure shift on a lower time frame here. Now this was the first market structure shift that happened. That's the minor market structure shift that happened. I don't think we'll see it like this. Let me go to the 15 minutes. Well, my network is bad. Okay. Yes. Oh, good. Now, when price came here, couldn't break up. Price went above. It was creating lower and lower high. This was low, the low, high, and this low was taken out here. This created this low, created this low, high, created this high here, created this low, created this high here, created this low, created this high here, by mitigating this what other block and what repricing this what FEG, and couldn't break lower. It was only reacting of this other block here, and price was what was reacting from an higher time frame institutional reference point. So when price did this, price broke structure here. When price did this, that's a minor structure, but the major market structure came here when price broke this. So when price broke this, it creates a lot of what internal liquidity, that is the what sell side liquidity. So and that's what we saw on 1 hour. So that's what we saw on 1 hour, creating a lot of sell side liquidity and what internal what structure. Now we saw this an FEG here. Now price came back to this FEG to reprice this. So there was a repricing of this FEG here after a failure swing, and we have a what market structure here, market structure shifts going on here. So this was on what Friday. This was what on Friday. It happened on Friday, and markets pushed and started consolidating and closed. Now on Monday, price opened at what? On Sunday, price opened at that should be 15. Okay. At 22 o'clock here, price opened downward. Look at the move was here, and price did this on Sunday. Also, as Sunday consolidated throughout Sunday. Then Monday we had our opening, and I told you that on the daily we do have also what I explained on the daily can happen also on the weekly, and it can happen, that is the candlestick anatomy. Now we saw that price what did this for the weekly. First, what created a manipulation, which was was the opening. Wow, look at this candle. You know, I was pointing to this candle here. Now let's go to 3 minutes to go and see that candle. Let's go to 3 minutes to go and check for the candle. I'm trying to explain something here. So that you could see the power of anatomy of candle. Now price opened here. Look at where price opened. Price opened here. This was the gap that it used to open. This gap. This was Friday. Are you seeing this? Friday, and this gap. It opened downward. That was the opening price. And price consolidated throughout what Sunday night stroke the midnight opening and started consolidating. Now let's go back to 15 minutes. Now when price consolidated, moved higher, we know we are in this current range. Now we know we're in this current range. Price has broken structure and price has created a low. Now we're in this current range, which I will teach you. I will teach you range also, teach you structure, advanced structure. But those are later periods. We're in this current range. Okay. I'll not be doing this. We're in this current range. No. Sorry. This was the range we are. Price hasn't taken out anything here. Yeah, we're in this current range. This was the range we are as at. I didn't have a replay too, but this was the range we are as at the end of this week, 26 May. So price opened here. Price went up within this range. We're already bullish on this on this trade where we had a break of structure on 1 hour. Now see what price did after price opened. I'm trying to explain what happened throughout the week to us so that we can understand what is going on. So price after price opened, price started consolidating, moved, come back to that opening, couldn't break below, went again. Now this was the Asian period. I've not taught you guys Asian yet. Now this was Monday. Price went up, was ranging, went up, took out Asian high, came down, took out Asian low, but couldn't go below this. Then, and it's supposed to create the low after the opening, but look at the open. Price did not create any didn't create the low of the week. So the low of the week as an liquidity to be drawn on. And there's an institutional reference point staring at us below. Wow. Look at the institutional reference point staring below. Look at that's an order block that took out liquidity. That's an order block that took out liquidity. Now, well, a lot of things that I will need to teach you guys. So this is an order block that took out liquidity. Look at the liquidity it took out. That's another block that took out liquidity and trade into an FEG. Now look at what is staring at us here. So this is Monday. This is our London, New York, London Q zone, New York Q zone, London close. So this was the whole of Monday trade, and price couldn't go below the opening. Now understand this. If you are trying to go bullish on a weekly or for a trade on the week, you're trying to go on a bullish trade. Note that price is supposed to manipulate below the opening, and if price hasn't manipulated below the opening, you don't have anything doing. You don't You don't have anything doing yet. You just don't trade. Don't enter any trade. Now Monday did this. Then Tuesday came in, created created Asian session of how many pips? This was 32 pips. No, 36 pips, which is normal. Now price did this, then came down, took out the low. After taking out the low at a institutional reference point of an higher time frame, now if we go to the 3 minutes, we can take a 1 minute. Let's say 3 minutes. Let's say 3 minutes. Yeah, thank you. 3 minutes. Wow. We saw this. Immediately price traded into this low price broke, gave us a market structure shift immediately here. Now, reggae price gave us a market structure shift. Sorry. Reggae price gave us a market structure shift here. This was a market structure shift. Price traded below what the opening. And immediately price traded below the opening. Look at what happened. Price gave us this. This is funny, like emphatically funny. Price what rebalanced into what and what a mitigation block. It was a this is a mitigation block. This is a mitigation block. A mitigation block. Now, when price retraced into this, our next point of entry will be this. Our next point of entry what will be this candle that what this candle here, this candle here, that will be our next point of entry. This candle that took out liquidity here before going higher or couldn't break above, but this was our entry here, which is a 7 pip stop loss. And for the day, for that day, you have made one towards the target, the Asian high. You have made what 1 to 4. That's all. So, but that's not what we are discussing about. Now we are still looking at what happened during the week. So that's our major focus. So when price retreated into this what going down, manipulated below, are you seeing this? It's what manipulated what below. Price what came, went up, retraced back into this. We had a retracement on Wednesday. Now this was not the low of the week. This was the low of the week. This was what? Sorry. This was the what low of the week. This was the opening price here. This was the low of the week here. Price went there. There was a retracement after this expansion. That's why you need to really understand what expansion, consolidation, retracement. This is a consolidation here. This is an example of concept which I will teach also maybe in the next topic. I'll be teaching about price delivery, consolidation, expansion, retracement, and reversals. So these are the important things I'm going to be teaching. So after this retracement on Wednesday, price moved upward and created the high of the week. Now the high of the week has been created. Now price needed to close, and price closed on Friday here, which was the closing price. Now if you have taken a single trade just to target what the high of the week, let's say you took this trade after this breakout structure and you took this trade here because of this what breaker block. Now this breaker block, you have what you had your breakup structure. After your breakup structure, you should be expecting price what, let me say 20 pips. Price came here and created the high of the week. The high of the week should be created on Thursday, and this was what Thursday, yeah, on Thursday. So you have 1 to 8, full 1 to 8 has been balanced. Now look at the retracement. That was how market closed, and that was how our market closed bullish. So if you could understand this, then trying to understand order block, fair value gap, institution, order flow, market structure, liquidity will be that easy. It will be so easy for you to understand. It will be so easy. Like nobody can take that from you. It will be so easy that you'll be able to make enough from this market. So I wish you understand. I hope you understand this, and I I believe every trade you're going to be taking, try and journal most of your trade. This is just the beginning part of